TIL the infamous shirts against the Blouses basketball game in Chappelle's show actually happened and Prince was as good as Charlie Murphy says he was. Prince also had blueberry pancakes served after the game. Assemble your crew, I'll be outside. Why would Charlie Murphy make that up? Prince was asked about this in an interview and he said it wasn't so much that I was good, it was that they were terrible basketball players. My favorite Chappelle skit. Game. Blouses. There's a lot of great storytellers out there, but who could make up that shit? Everyone was all about the Rick James thing, but I always liked this one better. I mean, I never doubted any of Charlie Murphy's stories. This cat could ball. Prince got the last laugh. Check out the cover for his single Breakfast Can Wait, https://en.m. Wikipedia. org/wiki/breakfast_can_wait. The bit that Charlie Murphy left out was that Eddie was serious about his music, https://www.zbnation.com/lucas/2016/12/8/1388998/Prince Chappelle Show basketball game Charlie Eddie Murphy cassette toss, and wanted to play Prince his new album. Prince was not encouraging, to put it mildly. The backstory to that was, and this is the part Charlie doesn't tell, Eddie had wanted to play Prince his new album. So during that basketball game, Eddie's music was playing, via boombox, on a cassette. After that game, Prince goes over and he tosses the cassette out of the boombox, and he says, "Let me ask you a question, do you see me stop my show to do comedy? Shoot the J. Shoot it?" Prince was an absolute baller in high school. https://bleacherreport.com/article/2384586 Prince played high school basketball and his player photo is legendary. Here is audio of Prince talking about it in an interview, https://youtube.b/nxtmntb_fym. Computer blue, darling Pickett. Ow. TIL about this whole damn thing. Clip here, https://www. YouTube.com/watch, v=ff8lex9mw54, for those who haven't seen it. This made my night. How about you and your friends against me? And the revolution. I have an aunt that lives in Minnetonka, reminds me of her every time. Charlie Murphy. Challenge him. This post reminded me that both Charlie Murphy and Prince have passed, sad. Are you sure they weren't raspberry pancakes? On a radio interview, Prince said Charlie exaggerated, in that it wasn't that Prince is particularly good, only that Charlie can't ball. Charlie Murphy's skits were some of my favorites. He passed way too soon. Prince played basketball in high school if I remember correctly. Well, the segment is called Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories. I never doubted it happened. Wait, there are people who didn't think this was real. There's many reasons we, as Minnesotans, protect this man so fiercely. He transcends humanity. Deal with it. I feel like Charlie really tried hard to be accurate, lol. So great to have this story with both passed away now, legit legendary. I've had this photo saved on from an Instagram I've found for a while. Enjoy. https://www. Instagram.com/p/bs4hlyjhrdk/ igshit=112tw1t3qgwp8 https://www. Instagram. com/p/bs4hlyjhrdk/ igshit=112tw1t3qgwp8. Somebody somewhere has to have footage of Prince playing ball. Charlie Murphy is a lot of things, but he isn't a liar. He may exaggerate a bit to make himself not look so bad, but every story he told on the show actually happened. If you're wondering if Mickey Free was as fabulous as Charlie Murphy described, the answer is yes. https://youtube.b/hnxwbdj0 T equals 59, https://udo. b/hnxuwbdj0, T equals 59. Prince once kicked him out of a party because the women were paying more attention to him than Prince. But no starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam? Butterscotch clouds, tangerine, and a side order of ham? If you set your mind free, baby, Prince will pwn you in a basketball jam. It's kind of hot out here, man. Why don't you purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka? Assemble your crew. Fuck yo couch. You can buy another one, you rich motherfucker. I mean, I never doubted the story for a second. Why don't you go purify yourself with the waters of Lake Minnetonka? Isn't it famous, not infamous? Game. Blouses. I'll leave this right here. Interview with Mickey Free, first-hand story about the game, https://www. YouTube.com/watch, v equals 4juervoq, https://www. YouTube.com/watch, v equals 4juervoq. Here is the skit, https://udo. b/me/zxyjqqjzm. Haven't seen that shit in years and it cracked me up, so I'm about to turn on EP1 and watch them again. https://udo, b/nxtmntb_fym. Funniest thing is Prince saying that he isn't really that good at basketball, just that Charlie Murphy is really bad. Wait until Op finds out the Rick James story was real, too. I saw Charlie Murphy do stand-up on his first tour. The majority of his set were just extended stories from the Chappelle Show. It was incredible to hear longer versions of those tales along with some other stories of his youth. RIP. Best skit ever. I miss Charlie Murphy. Y'all doubted Charlie Murphy? I'm disappointed. Did you honestly think such an odd anecdote was some made-up story? WTF. I didn't know people thought this was made up. I always just assumed it was real. The segment is literally called Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories. I'm sorry, you were in doubt. Why did anyone not think this was true? How is this a revelation to people? The whole point of the segment was they reenact true Hollywood stories. Of course it actually happened. Chappelle's skit wouldn't work without it. Same with Rick James' skit. I'm surprised that anyone assumed he wasn't telling the truth. So, what actually happened actually happened. Why would Charlie Murphy bother lying about this? I always thought Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories were well true, maybe played out for comedy's sake. There's an interview with Mickey Free, the member of Prince's crew who everyone thought was a woman, where he confirms everything in Charlie's story. Want some pancakes? Bitches. Breakfast is served. Back in the 90s, my brother was in Minneapolis as a session musician playing gigs including Flight Time and Paisley Park. I considered myself a playground quasi-superstar. Back then, bruh told me he thought Prince would beat me on the court. I of course didn't believe him. I'm literally a foot taller than that guy. I've heard other stories before Charlie Murphy's. I've always believed A, Charlie told the truth. B, Prince would have had me removed by security. I always thought all of Charlie Murphy's stories were real. Miss him so much, Purple Heart. Well duh. Charlie Murphy isn't making that shit up. Chappelle just turns his true Hollywood stories into skits. That's why the skits are called True Hollywood Stories. This skit was so out there that I always figured it was true, like Chappelle had some crazy skits but they were usually just a bit off and felt like parodies of actual things. This on the other hand was so damn unthinkable that it had to be real. You think I'd make this shit up? I honestly didn't know that anyone questioned Charlie Murphy on this. What a great storyteller. Of course it really happened. Why would Charlie Murphy make that up? RIP Brother Darkness. I thought all of Charlie Murphy's stories on Chappelle's show were true. Yeah, considering Rick James even said that Charlie told him the basketball story, I really don't think he would have made that up. Plus Prince was a great player in high school. I think all those stories were dramatizations of actual events as told by Charlie Murphy. I only wish that Dave was able to make more about Charlie Murphy or would collaborate with other celebrities given their accounts of their experiences in Hollywood. Well, duh. Imagine being so rich you have blueberry pancakes on demand. Rip Prince and Charlie. I watch this skit every so often just to hurt myself by laughing. I never once doubted this story. I literally lived the last like 17 years or whatever just believing it happened. Pancake stares blankly. Duh. Who thought this was fake? Maybe it wasn't a thing, but man, that is one strange coincidence, wouldn't you say? Well, when you look up Prince history, he played ball in high school but nothing after. Charlie Murphy and his friend had no such experience, and even Prince admitted he didn't feel he was that great, it was just that Charlie and company sucked that bad.